Today I'm here in Hello Kitty Cafe to help you guys get more of those candy canes and Santa hats from the new holiday parade float. I know some people have a little bit of trouble trying to get gifts from the parade float, and this is my best tips for you guys so you can get more of those Santa hats and candies and exchange them for the super cute holiday items. Right now the parade float is out, so I'm gonna go to the city and see where it's at. So the parade float is out, and if you go over here to this little map right here, you can see where it's at, so you can head that way to the parade float and collect some gifts. So if it's out while you're trying to collect gifts, that is how you find it. And before we get to the parade float, what I would really recommend is hiding your players. And if you don't know how to do that, you go right over here where this little camera icon is, and right in the middle, this is hide players, and this is going to turn off all the players. You cannot see them, but you can see the gifts perfectly. So when you're at the parade float and it decides to throw out some gifts, you can see exactly where the gift is and pick it up fast. And you should be able to get at least one or two, but this helps you see the gifts better. It helps you not run into any people and lose your skateboard, so you can be fast and get that gift and get more Santa hats and more candy canes. My other advice to you is when it is up against these bushes, it doesn't throw out gifts. So right there, if I was on the other side trying to get gifts, you will not get any because it can't throw any on that side because it's blocked off. So when you are by the bushes and stuff, I would recommend going to the other side. But right here, you should be okay to go to this side and collect gifts. So I would also try to hurry back over when it does get to a point where you can pick up gifts. So that is another little tip for you guys. The hiding players really helps. But what also really helps is staying to the back or the front of the parade float. I would recommend kind of sticking to the back or the front because that is where the gifts are thrown usually. And also, if you look up while you're doing this, you can actually see where the gift is going to end up. So right there, I just got a bunch of gifts because I was able to see exactly where it was going to fall. So that also helps you get to it faster because you see exactly where it's gonna be thrown out. And right here by this store, on the next throw, they won't throw any out on this side. So I'm gonna switch back over here and continue to collect gifts. And you just want to be fast. You want to try and get there first. You can't really see anyone else, so it's super helpful. So you can try and grab those gifts. And you're just focused on the gifts. You're not focused on trying to steal the gifts from anyone else. And you will be able to collect hopefully quite a bit with this trick. This really helps me a lot, and staying to the back or the front of the float also helps a lot too, and looking up to see exactly where the gifts are going to be thrown is so helpful. So that is what I really recommend. And when it pulls in, it does throw out one last round of gifts, so stay here until the very end and try and grab the gifts at the very end. Right here, it'll throw out the gifts, so you want to wait till the very end. But yeah, I was unsuccessful grabbing a gift, but there we go. We just did that and we didn't do very much of it either. It was just the last half, and I still was able to collect at least a few candies. So if you're doing this the whole time it is out, you should be able to collect quite a bit of candies. So if you're gonna play Hello Kitty Cafe, maybe do your daily chest, maybe try to do your daily collection stuff, I would keep an eye on this timer. If you're not gonna stay on Hello Kitty Cafe, or you're just afraid you're going to miss the parade float, you can set a timer on your phone, on another device. You can even ask a parent or maybe a sibling to set a timer on their phone, and just set a timer for however long. If you set a timer, you can get here early, and then you can do the whole entire process and collect a lot of gifts. It's super easy to teleport to the city too. I would set it for 2 minutes before it starts so you can get to the city and stand here and wait for it to pull out. If you're in the city, you can use this little map and you can just teleport to the city store. But if you're at your cafe, let me switch to my cafe and I'll show you how to do that. If you're doing stuff in your cafe cafe and the parade is about to start, you can just press this map, go to city, and teleport to the city store. That's also another super easy way to just teleport to the city. And then you'll spawn here, and then you can run and go and do the parade float. So that is also super helpful. If you try and get a server that is not very full, that is also super helpful. I think that was during the summer event. I got super lucky and was in a server with like 3 people, and the parade float was going by, and there was just a ton of gifts scattered around. I'll try to find that footage and put it here. So that's another thing you can try to do, is find an empty server. I mean, you have 15 minutes to do it. There is a chance it'll fill up, but you could always give it a try. That is super helpful. And that's why I would also try to do the parade at the end of the event. You have until January 3rd, and at the end of it, no one seems to really do it. So that's also another little tip there. And I hope that these other tips that I gave you guys are helpful as well. If you guys have any other tips for anyone, let me know them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear some tips that you guys have. I know not a ton of people love the parade float because it's harder for them to grab gifts. I hope these tips made it easier for you guys to figure out how you can do this parade float efficiently, get a bunch of gifts, and then you will be able to exchange your gifts. If you don't know how to do that, go over here to the event center and you want to talk to the guy in the booth, and you can just exchange everything. So hopefully you can get a ton of those gifts and exchange all of your candies and Santa hats for the new items. There's a ton of super cute items, and while you're also doing it, you get diamonds. So if you're trying to do the turntable, that's also another super easy way to try and get more diamonds. I don't know if there is a limit on how many gifts you can collect per day. I actually think there is. I'm not quite sure what the limit is, but if you guys know, let me know if there is a limit down below and what that limit is. But anyways, I hope these tips were really helpful, and hopefully you can get more candy canes and Santa hats, and you can get all of the new cute items. I'll be doing a shopping spree very soon for all the new items, so watch out for that video. That should be coming out within a week or so, and then I will build a cute holiday outdoor area and maybe update my holiday floor a little bit. Again, if you have any other tips, let me know them down in the comments below, and I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!